Hey guys, it's Jessica Hayes. I have for you in my hands the new palette from Kat Von D Beauty. This is the Matte Metal palette. So I just received this yesterday. I woke up early to film this video for you guys so that you can see a look before it releases to see if you want to get it, which, I mean, duh. This is the look that I'm going to be recreating using the Matte Metal eyeshadow palette from Kat Von D Beauty. So if you would like to see how these colors blend, how the metals go into the eyes, keep watching and I will show you how to recreate this look. For my base, I've used L3 concealer with light 44 tattoo locket foundation and then the primer. And I'm just gonna start off by popping a little bit of the Fair Eye Color Corrector primer all over the lid. So this is the first time that I've ever used this palette on myself. I did get a chance to play with it a little bit when we were doing training. And I actually did go for like more of the purpley colors for that. Every part of me wants to gravitate towards that because I just really like purples, but I think I'm going to try these kind of more warm colors down here. Start by grabbing a little bit of this color Velvet on my Smith 256 brush, and I'm just going to apply that to the inner corner of the eye and the outer corner. I'm going to take this Royal and Langnickel Angle Eye Blender and I'm gonna mix a little bit of this color Suede and Velvet together. Not loving that brush, so I'm just gonna swap back to the Smith 232 brush and just keep blending. Just keep blending that until it's blended. Some of you may notice, but I actually do the transition shade after the dark shade. A lot of people, especially on YouTube, do it the opposite way around. It's really not a huge difference. It's just the way that I learned how to do makeup. I find that when I do a transition shade first, the deeper color kind of gets a little bit dull. So if I do want a nice dark look, that's why I have started the darker purple first. And then I've blended out with that mid kind of brown color. I'm kind of feeling this brassy gold color there. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Why not? I'm actually gonna pop this on with my finger. In my experience, most foiled shadows go on better with the finger. Oh, look at that. I'm just gonna grab the very tip of that brush that we're using and I'm gonna get a little bit of this color here, Volt, and just kind of soften the edges of that blend right there. Underneath the eye, I'm gonna go back to the Smith 256 and that Velvet color. You could definitely do a spotlight kind of eye where you continue that yellow underneath the eye, just right in the middle, but I just kind of want this to be dark and dark. Said I wasn't going to do purple, but this is ending up a little bit purple because I'm going to grab this color Silk right here and just diffuse that under the lower lash line. I'm just going to go under with a concealer brush and make sure all of that underneath area is kind of tidied, but also blending seamlessly into the skin. I'm just going to finish off by popping a little bit of that Volt color underneath the eye. Now I'm going to grab the Exorcism Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. I'm just going to pop that on a really tiny brush and I'm going to use that as a little bit of a liner along the top lash line. Once that's dry, I'm going to go back over with that Velvet color. Giving it that nice purple base first rather than popping a black eyeliner down just allows the color to show through a little more. For the inner rim of the eye, I'm going to use Black Dahlia by OCC. I'm going to curl my lashes, add some mascara, and then add some Ardell Trio lashes off camera. I'm just going to grab a little bit of that Velvet color on a tiny lip brush and just kind of color in the outer corners of the mouth. This isn't a super obvious look, but I just add a little depth. I'm actually gonna use this color right here, Glitz, to highlight the cheekbones. Oh damn, that is pretty. I'm gonna spray myself with the Urban Decay All Nighter. So that was my first try on myself of the Matte Metal Kat Von D palette. I did get a chance to try this when we were doing training for the Kat Von D event artistry team, and I used a lot of the purple colors on a model and they were amazing. I did a look that had ribbon, silk, vault, and velvet all in it, and it was a really, really pretty combination. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this darker kind of glam fall look with this palette. I don't have a bad word at all to say about this palette. Not being biased, but all of the mattes that I've tried so far have blended really well, and also the metal shadows are really, really pretty as well. This is a very versatile palette. I would say that this would be a great one to have in your kit for the just in case when someone asks for a green or a blue smoky eye. It's always good to have colors in your kit. I definitely was a lot more excited about this palette than the Serpentine palette. I feel like this one, the way that the colors are just makes a lot more sense. Like you can create so many different looks from this palette as well. You're not gonna have to use a ton of different palettes to do one certain look. So I did use just this on my eyes. That is one of my pet peeves, is when I go to a palette review or something and someone does a demo and then they've used 3 other palettes in it. So I always like to keep that one product that we're focusing on and just use that. Let me know in the comments below what other color combinations you would like to see me do with this palette. I'll try and get one more look in before it sells out. I have a feeling that this one will sell out super quickly. On the little notice that we got with it, it said very limited supplies, so I'm not sure how many of these that they produced, but I wouldn't risk it, that's for sure. Hope you guys have found this tutorial helpful. I'm definitely trying to bust out a few more fall Halloweenish looks this season, so I'm keeping busy trying to make sure I have those videos for you guys. I will have a really cool one up soon, I promise. So make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I will see you guys again next week for my weekly video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.